Right. So unless you've been living under a rock, you know that the big news at the moment is the Diddy trial that's just started.
Mate.
We're currently on day 3. It's early days and it's already a bloody mess.
Oh.
It's a mess. What I did see though on day 2, which I thought was so strange and so bizarre, was that Diddy had, to be fair, on most of the days apart from today, he's had his family there with him at the trial. But not just like his mum or, you know, his good friend and stuff and his sons. He's also got his daughters.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you know, the twins and Chance as well, who are about, what are they, 18?
18 years old.
18, 19?
18, all three of
I
them.
think they were 18 yet.
Yeah.
They just turned.
Oh.
At the trial. And I think this is really odd. I think it's actually really kind of like controlling and weird.
It's so
like
weird.
It just feels like
call it abuse.
I mean,
it's virgin on it.
Without the, do you know what I mean? Like, it feels like it. It feels like it. That's what it feels. I'm just like, do they have a choice?
I don't think so, because I know if... Dad, I know you're listening. I know you wouldn't do something crazy.
Just a word.
But if my dad was out here and like I had to, and I wouldn't want to see any of that. I wouldn't want to see any of that. And also, I don't know what type of evidence they're going to throw up on the screen. There's parts of my family members I don't need to see. And I don't want to hear their stories. Like, so...
It's too...
All of that. All of that. Like, we all got here through our parents doing some things, yeah?
Yeah.
But who wants to see or hear about that?
No.
I don't want to hear about that. Like, it is weird that he's got them in there. Because, okay, he might be like, oh, my family want to support me. Okay, cool. But you know what they're going to be talking about today, right? You know the people that are coming. You know the witnesses that are coming to the stand today. You know.
The witness list.
So why exactly?
And
so why would you let your kids be in the room hearing that shit? Like, I'm wincing when I'm hearing some of the stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
Let alone your kids.
Yeah.
Clutching pearls hard.
No,
it's weird.
The fact that they also walked out with the male escort twice, they left, but they sat there through the whole of Cassie. Cassie was definitely way more graphic.
That was premeditated, I reckon.
That to me is wild. I do think it's abusive.
That's control.
Precisely.
That's what
because why should you know all of the freakiness that your dad was in? Because my parents, obviously, they were doing bits. I don't need to know all of the bits. I don't need to know third parties were coming in, the names of all of them, the places, and then the violence. No.
It's almost as though he thought, let me have my girls there. They've got a relationship with Cassie. Maybe she ain't going to talk as much. Maybe she's going to be a bit like...
I think so.
But they were
saying...
saying...
it was guilt tripping. But go on.
Yeah, I was going to say, because they were saying that when Cassie was speaking, they were all looking at her and craning their necks to look at her. Yeah. And I can't remember which one of the many reporters, God bless you on your work, those are reporting it back for us. One of them was saying that there was a few times that as much as she was graphic and explicit in detailing everything that happened, there were times when she didn't want to really say either, and the person reported it as if to say she was kind of still wanted to protect Diddy, but she didn't want to say things like, I think something about when they moved to LA, she just said closer to her family. So it seemed like she was holding stuff back. So I don't know if those stares worked, because I don't know the timeline of how they were looking at her and stuff like that. But the main thing is, why are you craning your neck? Because that could be seen as intimidating, because you know what she looks like. Why do you need to see her?
Sorry, who? The girls?
The girls,
the girls?
The kids and the family, or the family.
No, I know, but you're saying, why are the girls craning their neck?
Why is everybody craning their neck to look at Cassie? It's like a little bit.
But it's a witness.
No, I get it. I'm just saying, like, it's what's been described is that they're craning to see.
But isn't that because of where she is?
No, I understand.
It was people were reporting it was to make eye contact.
Not
so
just
we are watching.
Yeah,
especially when she was saying like certain things.
Yes.
So there's things that are really inappropriate that shouldn't be listened to. I just think they're craning their neck to see her. It's weird.
The only reason why I'm saying that is because I'm trying to remove blame from the girls. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm only saying that because I'm trying to remove blame from the girl.
It's not about blame. It's just like the family, and they were described as the family were craning their neck to get eye contact with Cassie.
But
and they are actually in that.
To be fair, now we know there may be bias in the press. as there is. We don't even know because there's no cameras in there. Were they trying to see something else? Like, we don't know. And the thing is, because they clearly come from a family that is steeped in control.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we don't know if they were, maybe they got kicked, like prodded, like, go and look now. Like, do you know what I mean? We don't know. Like, the points where they left, do you know what I mean? Exactly, coach. Like, when they left the court, that was probably on cue as well.
Yeah.
Like, to maximize like the press coverage as well. And then just the family being there, obviously, is to humanize him in some sort of way as well. And it's just like, if you're going to these lengths to humanize a monster.
The other thing is as well. Did you see what's her name? The first baby mother. What's her name again? Misa. Did you see Misa at the?
Yeah, why she on crutches?
Misa was at the court. She wasn't even on crutches. She was on.
Was that Mary?
Did Mary break her leg?
Jokes. Joking.
I thought it was surgery. Personally,
I thought it was someone they broke her leg. She broke her leg or something.
That is mean.
Unverified.
Anyway, I'm saying she wasn't even on crutches. She was on a Zimmer frame.
Yeah,
that's how deep whatever's going on with her it was. But it's like almost like if she can go in that condition, he can't be that bad.
Yeah.
She was with him for such a long period of time.
I didn't think of it like that. I thought
that's what betting on for the jury. Yeah, 100%.
I think it's all calculated.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you know what? I didn't think of it like that.
That's what they're betting on, and it's just like he has a hurry. It's just so even that it's just so disgusting as well. Do you know what I mean?
I thought that's gonna backfire.
Yeah,
that you have all of your baby mothers that are alive there watching you. I was like, no, but that. If I was in the jury, I'd be like, but that's a sign of his control. Listen to how he was controlling Cassie. What these women have been around for over 20 odd years.
Master manipulator. Yo, if you gonna bring your kids there to try to get Cassie to, I hope Cassie is just thinking in her head, fuck them kids. Like, she gonna have to speak her truth. I'm not gonna water this down for the kids. And I wonder if say 10 years from now, the kids are going to come out with some type of documentary.
I mean,
I hope they pull themselves out of that because I think they are being manipulated.
Yeah. I think so. I really want the spirit of Elon Musk's daughter to enter them.
I was wondering where you were going. I was thinking, what's she talking about?
Yeah. Honestly, do you know what I mean?
Yes. What is it? Six kids?
That's one of them.
One of
them's gonna turn.
One of them.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be one of the twins because I feel like Sarah Chance's mum. Now she's under a spell because it's like you were the side chick and you've remained very solid to him. I don't think her kids. But I feel like that one of the twins could do it. I really think it's one of the twins. I think Chance is thoroughly Diddy's little girl. Yeah, and she was the one that he took to. Is it the Oscars? He took her somewhere.
But he's taken. He did take her.
I think was the new baby mother there as well.
Yeah,
she's also. I haven't seen.
She's there. Yeah.
Only the baby wasn't there.
Yeah.
Small mercy.
Do you know what I mean? No, it's crazy. It's crazy when you think about it.
Exactly. What's she gonna? And putting all the ruffles. You know when they've got the big ruffles and a big bow.
We were talking about Central C last week. That would be the baby.
Listen, just to tack on to the back of that. I'm also wanted to. It would have been an enemy, but we've got other enemies to get through. But there's a guy called Tiny Boost who decided to share, and it's a lot. There's a couple of men out there doing what men do, and he was like, find out your wife was getting her mouth urinated in her previous relationship is mental. If you knew before the trial, that's insanity. They're saying he's a real man, talking about her husband, Alex Fine, who's been there supporting her in the comments for sticking it out. I must be a little boy. So alluding to the fact that...
you are.
You are a little boy.
You just said it for
You are a little boy.
At least you know.
At least, thank you for admitting it.
Yeah.
But you are a little boy because Alex Fine has actually helped Cassie live a happy, truthful life.
Get clean.
He's given her a place where she feels safe enough to be able to talk about this shit and he's standing by her. What type of man are you that would prefer your gal to shut her fucking mouth and just because you don't want to be embarrassed? Nah, man.
I would say he could be a dirty bungle.
That's true.
He's extremely.
You'd be leaning on like this girl can't say anything.
Yeah.
Academic was live.
Oh God!
Was the most vile place on the internet. Like the level of people being like, "That's a lie. She's lying." Yeah. Even if that happened to you, why are you talk? You're just like, and I hate to see the seedy shit of men, but his comments were full of.
Yeah, but he's
the lowest
a bottom feeder.
He's like the king of the
bottom
CDs
feeders.
and-
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They were all there and they were getting their life. Like, you know, and it's like, yeah, that's so funny, bro.
Oh,
Assholes. Oh,
Yes, then
disgusting.
academics. He's that. Can I get a hug? And never got a hug.
Oh,
That's him.
that's
yeah.
that's him.
That is him. That is him. Absolutely. Again, yes, again.
You know what I mean?
Like,
You know, you just suck it all in.
you're like that.
Nah.
Not even that. You're like this.
Yeah.
Boring.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
What an arsehole. You
No.
know,
Yeah, he's been a dick.
Absolutely.
He's been a
He looks
dick
like
for the past
he-
couple of days. I mean,
yeah, he does.
he looks like he does.
Yeah.
they say he's in his basement, not moving, not washing.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
he
believe
sits
it.
in that chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, he's a
Can you imagine the
private-
bacteria?
I don't want to. But yeah, that rhetoric needs to go. Men, grow up and don't be so disgusting and so like sexist and
Just
that ownership thing. Like, my girl can't disrespect me and embarrass me, blah, blah. Every woman's got a past.
Same as you.
Same as
Same
you.
as you.
Why is he not a disgusting guy?
Right.
Why is he blaming it on
Doing
her?
it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what's she supposed to
wanting
do
it
now?
done.
Like, what, she must wither and die? Because,
Basically.
do you know
And
what
keep
I mean?
herself quiet. So
You
not
know?
Yeah.
you.
She's spoiled
Who's an
Forever
embarrassment
now.
in itself. Like, we're not just embarrassing in yourself, but yet you're commenting.
No.
Anyway, I just wanted to add that.
So annoying.
Diddy, I thought he was a freak. But the levels to the depravity of this man,
It's not.
I didn't know all the corners that this was
No,
going to.
no, no,
I was literally like, nah, he is insane. And there's no way Young Miami, when she talked about the peeing thing,
Oh, well.
we know what was
Oh,
going on.
yeah,
know.
100%. And the thing is, and this is the thing, and I think that is part of the, I'm going to call it a ritual, that they have to say, I like this. They have to say, I want this.
Yeah.
And like, you know, because I think some of the publications were running with like the escort saying that Cassie wanted it and asked him to pee on her. And it's just like, if you can't see that's coercive control, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, seriously. And like, even Diddy trying to hurt her further by trying to block Alex from being in the
being in the
courtroom
court.
for part of her testimony is again like, do you know what I mean? You're a monster.
And also,
You're
have
actually
and-
a
showing
monster.
control.
Like, you can't,
your life,
exactly.
and
and you're still trying to
Honestly.
control. And you're having your daughters in there seeing, I mean, they've obviously seen it, but even just to have them in there, my children, if God, it will never be me, but there's no way. Family doesn't need to be there.
Why
No
would
one
you
needs to see
want
that.
them in there?
Why?
Your
It's
job
like
as a
some
parent is
Thoughts
to
going
protect
in your mind.
your children.
Yeah.
Protect.
They're pawns
What
to
are you
him.
allowing
They're
them
just
to?
like
Yeah.
any other, like all the artists that he sucked the life out of, all the artists that he killed their dreams, his children are exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He just pawned for him to use, honestly.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Oh.
I can't even imagine what trauma that would leave in them. Like actually hearing just hearing the testimony. Unless you're really
Especially-
brainwashed enough and you think this is all lies, maybe he could do that with them.
But
maybe.
especially as well when their mum's not well, the twins, their mum is not here.
All of that.
And you're hearing these things from people in front of you. You're hearing people's testimonies, right? And then you've heard rumors about what happened to your mum, like the violence that she was subjected to. You've heard Cassie say that when she first started dating Diddy, he was still with Kim.
Yeah.
You're hearing all of these things and you're sat there. Your mum's no longer there. What must that be like for them? The therapy that them kids are going to need, man.
And what's grandma
Like,
up to?
Decades.
Grandma, I don't trust her, you know.
Honestly.
She's a witch.
I
Grandma.
swear to
You
God.
seen her hair?
And like, have you
Yeah.
seen, are her nails white, by the way? Because
Oh, I
everyone
didn't
was
notice her
saying
nails.
that it comes from her.
Yeah.
That the obsession with the white nails is her.
Yeah.
And look,
It's disgusting.
and him getting
Oh.
Cassie to call him Pop Pop he's asked
That's
her
gross.
what her granddad's
That
what
is
she called her
gross.
granddad.
That was gross.
That is
Come
so...
on.
no. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
No, Janice,
Hmm.
she needs to be investigated.
Well, the thing is, remember that Janice's husband was a gangster. So
Yeah.
who knows what she's been involved in?
All I gotta say is they gotta put Diddy in that same jail Tory's in.
Right?
Yo,
Find out who Tori was in the cell with.
You don't talk much, but when she talks, it's fire.
I love her. It's true.
Wow.
And on that note, welcome to Your Aunties Could Never. I'm Auntie AK, the auntie of all aunties, and I'm here with...
I'm Farah, your resident Caribbean queen.
I'm Nana, aka the Black Fairy, aka Dark and Lovely.
And I'm all things sugar and shade Sade.
Hey! And today we are joined by the Miss Princess on the decks, Crystal Lay. Bring it. We are going to be getting into Crystal's business very much later. However, what you must do first is
put the like button, put the like button, put the like button.
Do you know?
Put that blood clot now.
Now.
Put the blood clot.
Okay.
No.
Also, could you, after you finish booking the blood clot,
You like that, innit? Yeah, I thought you like
after you've finished the
could you please, after you book the blood clot, could you please sign up to our membership to be our friend? It costs £1.99 to be family and get involved in family things and have access to all family content. It is £4.99, cheaper than a bag of them chips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And also, if you're listening on the podcast airwaves, Auntie Shadi has something to say.
Oh, yes, our audio listeners, you're very, very close to our hearts. But what we need you to do is, first of all, leave comments because we love those, love them. And also leave us ratings, but 5 stars and 5 stars only. If not, we will
Return
to
to sender.
Thank you.
What did you say?
I said blood clot.
It's enough now. You're
Blood
swearing.
clot.
There's no need. It's swearing.
Have your blood
I know,
clot
we
back.
get told off for swearing.
Stop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, yes, I did see that.
Yeah.
We need
Yeah,
to
but-
calm it down a
Two
bit.
people that said
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
No, sometimes
There's
they
two
do
people.
essays and
There's
stuff.
two-
And
like,
although
just
we
do
love
one.
your comments, but sometimes
Just
let
I
people
could
live
find
in
a-
it.
the thing about it, yeah, the thing about it
Might not be
is,
the
I
best
just
for you.
don't like that part, Nana, and I just don't like to be controlled. I don't
Yeah.
like it.
Anyway, just a reminder
Okay.
that we
Just do a
are
fuck.
your aunties. We're only human. We're only human. What did you say? Did you say blood clot again? Did you swear again?
For you two bitches in the comments that got started. That's what's for you.
Okay. You're the cousin that you're not going. We're not going round to Crystal's house. Cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah. My cousin said, fuck you, bitch. All right. Just a reminder, we are your aunties and your cousins and your family. We're just here. We're human. We got opinions. We're not experts. We're just having fun and a laugh, chatting about things. So don't come for us because we will. As
Come
you can,
for you.
Right.
To blood
Do
clot.
you know what I mean?
Again.
I mean, not personally.
And virtually. We're lovers and fighters,
Yeah.
okay?
Within,
Sometimes a fight,
I've got
though.
parameters for my
Okay.
comments back. I'm just saying, I will say something there.
Oh, say.
Yeah.
We're trying
You're going to get a donut or a clown
Mm.
if I'm in a, let me just pass through that, or I will gun you.
Yeah.
Or buck me in real life, innit?
Oh, really?
What?
mean,
That
I'll
one's
back
good,
my-
oh my G.
I'll back myself and everybody.
Yeah. You let me know. Come then.
And you're laughing, Crystal.
Just joking. My family watched
Look
this.
at my t-shirt. It says am I sophisticated? Basically, so
This is joke.
That was sarcasm.
Jokes.
joke.
Laced with the truth.
Joke.
Okay, guys. Now it's time to get into Enemies of Progress. And there's quite a few out there today.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first or should I?
It's been this week.
Go for it.
You go for
I
it.
shall go. All right then. So look. Normally, I don't get involved in rappers and their chicks. Yeah, because it's beneath me. Because it's foolish.
Oh,
It's not beneath.
I thought you like rappers.
wow.
Hey.
Beneath you.
Yeah.
Hey. Can I get
Care to
into the
explain?
story? Yes.
Pray tell.
Before you interrupted my flow. This is
New favourite name, pray tell.
Oh,
Harry.
yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry.
See that? Look, all of this.
Huh?
All
No,
of this
no, go
destruction and
for it,
disturbance. This type of rapper and their chick stories is beneath me.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But this one caught my eye and I was like, girl. So there's this model called Denise Bidot or Bidot. She's publicly accused rapper Lil Wayne of ending their relationship on Mother's Day, the American one, not our one, and forcing her and her daughter to leave their home. She's now deleted the post, but she alleged that he was emotionally and physically abusive during their relationship.
Okay, so for everyone DMing me about my story I posted, yeah, this is actually a fact. Wayne literally kicked me and my daughter out on Mother's Day today. And I am just recovering from surgery. I am 5 weeks out from a full mommy makeover. I can't even lift boxes. What this man has is assistants and people coming to help kick us out today. And broke up with me on Mother's Day through text.
And my birthday's next weekend.
And her birthday's next weekend. And I leave to New York this week for all the Sports Illustrated press. When I tell you that I am absolutely unsure on how to even process my emotions, if y'all got lawyer recommendations, please send them because, so yeah, I know he has 2 girls being flown in today and who knows how many plethora of girls he has. I've been nothing but supportive to this man, loved him till the end of the fucking world, but like you literally uprooted me from New York City where I was living and brought me here for this bullshit. Like, that's crazy, you guys. Like, these men really be taking advantage. And it's not just the emotional abuse. Like, this man has actually laid a fucking hand on me. Like, nah. And I took it, what's crazy is they always say, like, we're so stupid for love. And I thought it was like a mistake. But like, I know other women he's put his hands on. And today, it's okay. We're about to go back to the house that we live in together with my fucking daughter. And we're going to see what really goes down because this is absolutely crazy and a new low even for him.
They've apparently been together on and off since 2020. Now, what incensed me, right? What incensed me was the fact that she was doing all this to camera with her daughter in the background. With her daughter in the background talking about, and it's my birthday next week.
What the hell
what mum's talking to the camera, first of all, talking nonsense, in my opinion, because you're with him on and off, and now on the on and off, now he's dumped your ass. Now it's like, and he's physically abused me, and I know other women that he's physically abused, and she's kind of like giving warnings like she's going to reveal the tea. Why have you been co-signing? And I'm not speaking ill on people who have been abused and victims of domestic violence. I am not doing that. However, it was very vindictive, and now I'm going to tell. It didn't add up in the commentary that you're giving to camera with your daughter. The main thing for me is that your daughter is in the background. How are you raising this girl to understand life through what lens? Enemy, fix up, shut up.
Yeah, period. Like, no, when I was watching the video and she was like, "We're homeless. He did this, and you just hear the girl, and it's my birthday next week." Girl,
exactly.
Read the broom.
Like, go do your books, man. Come out the video.
She hasn't got a room.
She don't. Oh no.
But she can read the room.
No.
And she's not homeless.
Why is she? Why?
Yeah, I want to know what happened. That was the only video of it, right?
Yeah.
Like, where are they staying at?
She's probably back with him.
Right?
Why?
Like,
I don't know why
happened?
any sane person would rely on Lil Wayne for accommodation. Realistically, any sane person, like, that's your abode with him. Come on now.
Auntie's been... Go on, girls.
You go first.
I would like to withhold judgment until I see more from the story. That's where I'm at, because she might still be telling the truth, and she might not be, the most, I don't want to say responsible. I don't know, because you could say her leaving is a responsible act. It's just the fact that her daughter's in the background. Don't agree with that. But like, that doesn't necessarily take away from what she's saying. And if that is the case, that's terrible. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, no, she didn't leave.
Yeah, he threw her out.
Put them out.
He threw.
Yeah, but
that's was like, I'm going back, and then let's see.
That's terrible.
That's
also, because then that's showing a pattern of control.
Yeah,
that's showing a pattern that she is maybe vulnerable, and do you know what I mean? Like, there seems to be more going on, because I feel like sometimes, like, because how can I say this in a quick way? Some women from, who kind of present like that, they're not kind of afforded, care in a sense, because they don't present
broken and
like
beaten.
They don't present like the perfect victim. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
And she still might be going through it. The way she's presenting is sketchy, but but at the same time, it doesn't mean that what she's saying is happening is not happening.
Okay,
that's the thing.
I believe it happened. I believe it happened.
That was a long
I mean,
way
I
to
wouldn't
say
put it past him. Like, I wouldn't be like, no way.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I wouldn't.
I believe her.
But probably is going on. But he's put you out, and you're bringing it to the internet, and you're saying you're going back there and watch what he's going to deal with. And it's like, bro, what? So, what do you actually want the internet to do? And you have your daughter in the background also being like, Yeah, and it's my birthday. It's like, what's going on here?
And I'd like to say she did ask the internet for a lawyer. She asked the internet to help her find a lawyer.
Yeah, for what?
She could to get him back.
To get what?
No,
to get
not
him
to get
back.
back.
No,
like,
whatever the
get
case
back,
is, to
like-
get her,
for the abuse case.
yeah, to get him back.
Yeah.
Her share.
No, that's
Her
those are
share.
two different things.
Is it her share or is it to help her with
He
her
just asked
abuse
get her
case?
To be
her
fair, she asked
She's
the
not
internet
gonna
for the
get-
lawyer. She didn't go into details about what she wanted
Okay,
the lawyer
fine.
to do.
What do you
See,
see?
I have
get him
multiple.
back.
I have multiple thoughts
Opinions.
and feelings and opinions about this. Firstly, this is what I will say: there are levels to homelessness.
Of course.
You can say that you're homeless and be sleeping in a hotel or in your brethren's house.
Yep.
Yeah.
It just means that you ain't got a home
Yeah.
of your own.
Mhm.
So it's not like she's sleeping on Skid Row. Let's just everybody calm the fuck down.
Right.
I doubt that that's what's happening right now, right?
Yeah.
Whether or not he abused her, I am going to withhold judgment because I don't know. Yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see. It could be one of those things that it's going to open the floodgates. We've been here, seen it many, many times before. So who are we to say that it didn't happen or whatever? And I don't know, I wouldn't put past him either, but equally, that's just me observing because he looks like he's a bit sketchy.
Yeah.
But, I could be wrong about that too.
That he looks sketchy.
No, that he's capable of doing something because he looks sketchy.
He was ready to say.
And when he's on that scissor, who knows what he's dealing with when he's drinking all them thing there.
Precise.
But the thing that bothers me is that she did it with her daughter. But if she's going through some shit and she's distressed, sometimes you say shit in front of your kids. You do. So I doubt there's a parent in the world that has never said, maybe not deep shit like that, but has said some shit that they wish that they didn't say in front of their kid.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm. Well, she really recorded it and posted it on Instagram. Did she take it off of Instagram?
Yeah.
Deleted it after the back.
Yeah. Okay. I think honestly, Lil Wayne sounds real crazy right now as well. 'Cause how you kick out the daughter, and then the daughter also seems like she doesn't mess with him. I just want to hear more of the story, like you were saying. I want to hear more of what happened. But yeah, I don't put it past Lil Wayne to do some.
Do you know how we'll hear about it? If we go on to Lil Wayne's daughter,
Reginae.
Yes!
Everyone in the comments were like,
no, she
waiting for Reginae.
she
talks, innit?
yeah, she is usually chatting.
How do
I
you
think
feel
when they
about
broke up before, if it was this girl or there was another girl that looks like this girl, I don't know.
Who?
But she was saying some shit.
Yeah, she comes in the
No, it's
comments.
this one.
Is it the same one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when they broke up previously, she was
Yeah,
saying
she
some
doesn't.
shit.
I think all of because he always has other girls.
Yeah.
They don't like this particular one.
Okay.
So I'm sure we'll hear something, but I feel like she'll get back in there. Because Wayne has a pattern of doing shit like that. Like, he brings them in, swaps them out, brings them back in again, unless you're like, I'm not going to play this game anymore. So that's why I'm like, why would you rely on this dude for accommodation
Yeah.
when he's known to swap out chicks all the time?
Have
So
your
he
vex
has form.
money.
I think, yes, there's the reality of the situation, there's seriousness in it, and definitely there's some empathy there. But I think I'm tired.
You said that.
That was
Which
a struggle.
A struggle.
Because the side of me that sides with women in most of the time, and just to believe women, it's just that this irks me. Yes, because of the daughter, but also sometimes it's like, and I get it. No, I'm not going to do whataboutery. Not everything needs to be on the internet. Not everything needs to be brought to the internet. This seemed, and unfortunately, it's not even about her looks. It's about how she presented. It seemed more like a flash in the pan. She's unbothered in her delivery, and she didn't seem desperate. And it's not about her looks or being a very beautiful woman. It's more about, you didn't seem desperate. It seemed like this was, and she seemed calculated. And yes, I'm going to watch. It seems like a call that she's supposed to give to her girlfriends. I'm like, oh my God, he kicked me out. It's not one that we need to know, because it also does seem vindictive. And even though he could be extremely, extremely guilty of everything that she's saying, but it just seemed like we don't need to know that. And I think that's what bothered me.
I feel like it's sometimes these things are just a cry for help. And when you're in a very controlling situation, especially with a famous person, what can you really do? Do you know what I mean? What tools do you have? So they could like we were just talking about Diddy, they could buy off the police, they could have the people around them, everybody's on the same message. Do you know what I mean? There's very little things that you can do other than take it to the internet and to get a actual reaction. Do you know what I mean?
And try and elicit the shade.
I get that.
Use your power.
So I don't know if it's like...
I get that.
I know it's... Yeah, do you know what I mean? I'm not saying she's not... There's stuff in it. Do you know what I mean? But I'm just like, why do people go to the internet? And it's usually because they don't feel, rightly or wrongly, they don't feel they're being heard. That's usually...
And I know the internet is everyone's diary now. So I've given grace to people who've taken to the internet in those moments. I definitely have.
There was something about her, I can't lie.
That's what it is.
I hear what you're saying, and actually other people have done similar, and I've kind of listened.
Yep.
But there was something in the way she was doing it. I was like, really?
The soul of Dr. Umar is in y'all's bellies right now.
It wasn't even that, but I hear you.
so serious, and you're like,
I was looking through the comments and everybody, and it would say like, Black women keep moving.
There's also an element of that. Lil Wayne is notorious for he don't give a damn about the darker you are.
Well, he doesn't care. He doesn't care about black people.
100%.
When you ask him questions, he was totally like, "What's that got to do with me? I'm a rich black person." Like, again.
What?
Yeah, that's what he said.
That was the whole thing, like Black Lives
Matter. He did say that.
With me. I'm a rich
He
black
absolutely
person.
did say that.
So I'm sorry if
that was
I'm getting with Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
I'm already giving side eye. I'm giving side eye to both of them.
That's what
by
I'm
the way.
saying. Because it's documented and out there, and you were like, "That's my man.
That's my man. I'm a stick beside him."
I'm stick beside him.
So now it's gone a bit flaky. It's like, okay, but
and I get the control.
Sorry,
if we get we know how men can be controlling and abusive, and it doesn't matter what you look like. Unfortunately, because we know people on road with nothing can control a woman and be horrible to them. So we understand that. So we can't lean on Wayne's looks or anything to say, well, why? So we get that. But
are you looking at him though?
The thing is, I was going to say this because he's not an attractive man for the average woman.
If it's compared to her.
Like,
even compared to her.
That's a fair statement.
I think it's absolutely
fair. He went from
is he good looking to anybody?
When he was younger, when he was first in
he's just fucked now.
Cash
really,
Money. When he first came out, when he was a teenager, he was like a handsome young man. Then he just went weird.
No, he's the drugs. That my granny used to say. He's smoking them drugs and them.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
He wasn't bad when he was younger. Like he wasn't like amazing, but he wasn't like.
You're giving it a lot. I doubt he has 15. He has like he has 3.
And they're blonde.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
That's his.
No, come on, girl. Do you really want to be in the same company?
I'm joking.
Not just saying, even aligning yourself.
No, but yeah,
two out.
I feel like they were saying he had something wrong with him. Innit?
He's got
other than drugs.
He gets seizures. He does get seizures.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, and he's got.
I think because like they broke into his house trying to rob him at gunpoint or something like that.
That's happened to him. He's had
panic attack, like
and
PTSD.
I think since then he hasn't been.
Okay, right.
We can.
I think he tried to kill himself.
Oh,
but he didn't.
He's been through a lot in that respect.
Oh well, I'll take it back.
He's been through a lot.
A lot's happening.
He's been through a lot, and
he's
take it back.
Controlling women as his.
No, not that part. Why he is.
That's not the transition.
Okay, if you want
Two things can be same. 10 things can be same.
What you're saying is why he looks so raggedy.
That's what I'd say.
Okay.
That's why I said I take it back.
Okay, that's the
part.
But also, historically, and when you go to the psychiatrists, it is also when you've been treated bad, you do bad. You know what I'm saying? But that's not
like hurt people.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's also a fact.
Okay.
But it's not a reason or excuse.
Okay.
Yeah.
For being an arsehole. Absolutely not.
So anyway, I would okay, all right, girl. Do your thing, talk to the camera. Just leave your daughter with her grandma.
And keep us updated.
Or granddad.
I'm gonna go next since we've been speaking about shitty rappers.
Okay.
Shit. I would like to throw in the bin today again. I'm bringing him here again.
Yeah.
DDG.
Oh yeah.
I thought you were about to say Central C.
No, that was last week.
Last week.
Yeah,
that was last week. DDG. I'd like to throw him in the bin. So Halle Bailey has been granted a restraining order against DDG. She has been granted it because she's accused him of repeated abuse. Court documents filed in Los Angeles outlined physical, emotional, verbal, and financial abuse, including incidents involving their 1-year-old son, Halo. So, what happened was it's out there on TMZ and all a bunch of things, and it shows like she has a chipped tooth and she had bruises on her arm, and this alleged incident happened in January. This year. So it happened in January this year when they were doing like a drop-off kind of scenario.
Oh, gosh.
And DDG was allegedly going into one in the car and made her feel quite anxious about the kid. And then he like basically assaulted her and allegedly bashed her head into the steering wheel.
What?
That's how she chipped her tooth.
How she chipped her tooth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So then this goes back to January. And then in March, remember we discussed it actually when he was trying to get into the house.
Oh, yeah.
So
he did.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
that was another incident. There was an incident where he went into her house unknown and took pictures in her bedroom
Oh, God.
of the bed and sent her a message saying, "Oh, is this what you're getting up to?"
Say in March that he could escalate. He hates her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He did say that.
Mhm.
And then there was pictures of her in St. Lucia this Mother's Day. She was with her sister
Oh, yeah.
and the baby.
Mhm.
And then he was sending her there are screenshots allegedly of his messages to her where he's like, "Oh, you're with Brent Fires. Good luck to you. This is what you're going up to." Basically
That's
going into
DJ
one.
Academics that was saying that she was doing things with him.
Again, that little
That little
butterball
bitch.
bastard is in the mix.
But
again.
yeah, so this has come out yesterday that she's filed this restraining order. She's been granted the restraining order. The judges also granted her. So he has to stay 100 meters away from her.
Okay.
The judges also granted her to take their son to Italy for 2 months while she works.
Okay.
And he found out about it while he was on live stream
Yeah.
with one of his brethren.
Aiden Ross.
Oh yeah, the other thing about
Oh.
that, the other thing he's got to do is no longer put their kid on live stream.
Stream.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And haven't we all said that
It's enough now.
Yeah.
enough, innit?
Yeah.
So
Oh.
during the live stream when he finds out, he's got his friends around him and they're like, "It's a lie. This is."
Oh, fuck. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. Don't even.
That can't even be real.
Fuck all that, bro. Fuck all that.
But that can't even be real.
But-
That's the thing.
But don't even. But you remember we talked about last night? Fuck all that. Let me say something. It's not.
no, I'm saying, but I don't know where that even came from.
Yo, stop these fake allegations. This is a father. This is a real person. It's a good human
That's not
being.
even- but I don't.
But hey, bro, we on stream, bro.
Come on, like I gotta be
Just
the
don't
separate lady.
don't do it, bro. Come here. Come here.
Don't even make no.
Fuck all that. That's my real friend. We're not gonna do no false shit to ruin this stream. He's a great human being. He does a lot for a lot of people. He's a man. He's a father, and we're gonna respect him. We're gonna love him. WDDG, and fuck anyone that got anything to say.
Fuck the fake narratives, my nigga. Stop the bullshit. We don't want to hear that shit, bro. That shit is fake.
Listen to R. Kelly.
This is some fake narrative. He's a good guy. He's a father. He just wants to be a father. This is a fake narrative, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, his brethren are in the bin.
Mm-hmm.
He is also in the bin, obviously, for all of the reasons that I've just said. But his brethren are also in the bin because why not come off fucking stream?
Mhm.
Why would you
They
take
say
to the
that.
camera
Yeah.
to move to the camera and say, come. No, this is a fake narrative, blah, blah, blah. Just like everybody come off stream. Let him see what's happened. Let him digest what's happened. Be with your friend. Yeah?
Mm.
If you're saying he's all of these fucking things, done the thing in it because they actually mentioned it. They could have just come off stream. No one would have known, like, that's the
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
that he found out about it. And then dealt with it like that. So your brethren are in the bin, but you are also in the bin because we said from months ago, what the fuck are you up to, bruv? You can't just rock up at your baby mother's house and be like, I'm coming inside.
Yeah.
No.
That's not the way to co-parent.
It work like that.
It doesn't work like that.
Control it.
And the way that you keep talking about, I don't care about how she dates someone, blah, blah, blah. You care a lot because you
Yeah.
keep
All the
talking
time.
about it.
Yeah.
That
You care.
ownership, I can't stand. We talked about it last week. That ownership that men seem to have when it comes to the mothers of their children. It's just like, what's it got to do with you? And anyway, we've said it. He's his overperformance, like, I just want to be with my son. I just want my son. And crying to the camera, I just want my son. And it's like, it doesn't add up. Hailey's not giving that energy. She's not giving that kind of vindictive, bitter baby mother vibe. It's like you're having a one-sided argument, trying to convince the world and yourself probably that you're doing the right thing, but you're not. You're just, okay, allegedly, we have to say allegedly. But so far, the behavior you're displaying, DDG, is not one of someone who's mature enough, cognizant enough to co-parent properly on this. And your brethrens are a crock of shit. They should have turned off the stream. They're too ready to defend you. The people in the comments, again, those men in the comments, they're like, yeah, well, we don't. You've got pictures of the bruising. Cassie didn't take the internet to talk about it. It's TMZ doing their thing and doing what they always do. Find the court documents and then share them to the world. She didn't take to the camera. She'd be mind doing her own thing. Anyway.
Yo, a lot of... I don't even think those guys on the stream were really trying to... Well, one, yeah, they were trying to big him up, but I also think they were like, "Ooh, this stream is gonna do numbers."
Absolutely,
yeah. That's part.
And guys, like, I've noticed, like, especially with men, like, they do not know how to have friends. Like, I know not one of those guys cares about him at all, and I doubt DDG cares about his kid like that. That's just like probably his thing to get more streams. Like, I got the kid on the stream, like, because you don't allegedly smack your
child.
The mother of your child in front, especially in front of the child.
Yep.
And like, I don't know, there was I think they were even saying like there was times that she was holding the kid and he was attacking her.
Oh,
like,
God.
Mad.
Yeah. Yeah. She was trying to put him into the seat and then he was shouting at her and the baby's crying. And because the baby was crying and he was so vexed, that's why she stayed in the car to go all the way. And then you've gone to his family and you've told them. And then did you see that the mum put out a story being like, I don't usually talk on these things, but I should talk. As soon as the mum said anything, I was like, you know what? He did it all.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you're going to be like, Mum, I need your help. Like there's nobody else to kind of bail me out. And the mum probably come along and start doing some fairy tales of she winds him up and da-da-da. I bet that's what's going to take place. But also, why would Halle lie in any way when if he's been into her house without her permission and he's taking pictures, she should have those pictures.
Yeah. And there's a ring, there's a ring camera video.
You can't lie about these. Yeah, she said there's ring evidence as well. Yeah. And it's like, so you've been granted this restraining order and it may be extended that you have a permanent restraining. There's evidence that a judge is not going to. Yeah, the judge is not in the comments. You can't just be like, oh, I'm just going to go and lie about it. You have to present some evidence.
She's presented the pictures of the bruises. She's presented the information from the phone messages. She's presented these things. He's acting like a danger to her. So
I didn't believe it anyway. Right. From when that live stream and he is coating her off. It's like, no, if you really want to be with your child, really, dads that really want to be with their kids, they're so cautious in how they're going to talk about the mother because she can use that.
Yeah.
And he was just too flagrant with, like, you've got a lot to lose. Like, what about your reputation? Yeah. He was banking on she's going to take this to the grave. Because people were telling her I was a shithead. So he was factoring in shame. He was really going on, she's going to feel too shamed to expose me.
What disturbs me as well about the whole thing, we know that she's suffering from postpartum.
Exactly.
She was just online the other day talking about how she feels about her body and how insecure she is. How do we know like he ain't been putting shit into her head?
Oh, he probably,
you know what I mean? Like I actually really despise that type of mental control.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It's not nice. Not cool. It's really not.
I think like as well, it's just that because they kept a secret together when she was even pregnant before. I think he's banking on that too.
Yeah.
You know, do you know what I mean? We've had this kind of bond and, you know, we can, you know, I can get you to do what I want essentially. Yeah. But like, I think this is just like, you know, maybe just a little warning to women out there, especially the younger ones, when you've got a bit of fame, maybe a bit of, you know, it could be anyone to be fair, like, do you know what I mean? But especially when you've got a bit of a following, a bit of fame and stuff, like, let's not date men who have letters as a name. Like, let's date men, do you know what I mean? That have actual full names, like, do you know what I mean?
Doctors,
and then, you know, like...
But aside from that, his bestie was Blueface.
This is what exactly. Like, what the hell?
But
like,
regardless of all of
with
that,
people like that.
I just feel like he is a shit for so many reasons. Some of the language that he's using when he's describing her and saying that you're gonna ruin your reputation. He's always throwing that in her face. You're gonna ruin this Brent Fires thing that the alleged, dealings that she's having with him. He's like, this dude, you're going to ruin your reputation. It's always like, why are you trying to control
It's because of his own insecurities as well. That's another thing.
It's like her reputation's ruined because of you.
Not
do you know what I mean?
As well.
No, but I mean, like,
I know
if
what
there
you
is
mean. I know what you
reputation's
mean.
ruined, you've done that.
But that's his
and
insecurity.
you're continuing to do it.
He's
You know what I
absolutely,
mean?
he's
like, what have you added to her? Like,
That's
you know what I mean?
she's
Apart
still
from your
growing.
child.
Yeah.
That's what he's seeing.
Yeah.
That's what he's seeing, that he is in, like, and from day one when people are like, why are you with this guy already? So he already knows what the world thinks of him with her.
Yeah.
And also, in general, if you feel like you're not as on a level as she is, who Halle is compared to what you do, and it's nothing wrong with being a streamer or whatever you want to do, but you're not in society levels, you're not on her level.
No.
So you're absolute insecurity, because the things, every single
Halle's
thing he does,
baby fuck. Like,
yeah,
do you know what I mean?
like every single thing he does is exactly typical of those insecure men who like, now you're going to be with this guy. Oh, look at how you're shaming him and all that stuff.
Exactly.
It's all that manipulation because you've got nothing else going on.
It's like Mariah Carey again, because like no matter what she does in life, she's still going to be on that chart. She's still going to be on that Nick Cannon bloody chart, and you know she hates it.
Yeah,
that's what it's going to be like for Halle.
I would hate that.
Do you know what I me?
Yo,
literally,
Haley's about to come to Brent Fires like, I give my all.
They will do a duet.
Do you know the beautiful music that they will make?
Oh
and
my
that's what
God.
we can see.
Tunes that are going to come out of them.
Honestly.
The tunes.
Oh my God.
That is what
amazing.
we can see.
You know what? DDG is pissed because he knows it's going to happen.
That's what I'm saying.
And he's
All
gonna
you
get
got to do
clowned
is
on the
listen
daily.
to Brent Fires, yeah? She's going to, anyway.
Listen.
Just listen.
And even if she's
Do you know what I'm saying?
and also it's that thing, trying to intimidate her, they could just be friends. Stop trying to throw out, because that's the next thing. They start shaming, like, oh, what, you're a baby mother now, you're dating, and and everybody she goes out with, she's going to get slut shamed.
Yeah, it's the way that, as I said, it's the way that he says it. He's like, throw something in her face, horrible, and then he's like, lol. And then like, lol. He's literally writing, lol. Yeah. And then he said, oh, happy Mother's Day. That's how he ended their messages. Happy Mother's Day. So you fucked over. She's on
You want
holiday.
her to be with somebody better.
She's on holiday with her sister, trying to decompress with her baby, and you're just Happy Mother's Day after you've slated her. That's what you're going to end it with.
Crazy.
DDG is that like
Arsehole.
ex that you just like, oh, it's like, I don't ever want to be associated with this person.
Ever.
They're hard to like. And then they just keep popping up, and you're like, oh no,
Yeah.
like, that is
It's like,
like the worst ex.
Kiki Palmer's ex.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Another one.
She's having to make it work with him.
Yes,
And
yes.
What can you do? You got to make it work. It's 18 years.
And isn't Tiana's Iman
Tiana
saying
Tiana
he wants her
Taylor's
to go to jail?
Can we just throw him firmly?
Yeah, and I thought
How
Iman
can you
was our
want your
friend.
baby? How can you want your ex-wife, the mother of your daughters, to go to prison? Like, how can you really be like, Judge? She needs to go to jail for 20 days. How and you with your big hardback self, you're really being like, yeah, she needs to go to prison. Like, really?
What a dickhead.
And we should take you serious.
Men
No,
need
he's
to
an
know her.
asshole.
Honestly.
So disappointing.
Honestly. And then
It's a
people are
lot.
talking about, oh, they don't speak up. They're speaking all the time.
Always talk.
Seriously.
Maybe and then they don't. You know what it is? They don't speak in.
Stop.
They don't speak in the right way, and it's absolutely what you were saying about them not knowing how to friend each other. Because how about just stop the stream, give your man a hug,
That's
talk
my
him off the
point.
ledge.
That's
Talk him
what
off
they
the
should
ledge.
have done.
Give him some advice. Give him some advice. Stop speaking and gassing him. Actually say, know what, bro? You need to chill now. And stop. Yes, you can ride for your brethren, but on camera, just shut. Like, well, let's sort this out. We'll sort this out. Camera off.
Turn off the camera.
Like, straight
Turn
away,
the
from
TV
when
off, as Kendrick said.
notifications were coming
it was
through,
like, turn it
phone
off.
was ringing. No, they absolutely was like this.
Do you know what's
Yeah.
funny though?
Yeah.
What I will
Yeah.
say, there was someone, I don't know if it was the person that was filming, I swear I heard someone saying end the stream.
Yeah, someone did say
Someone said end the stream, and then Aiden, is it Aiden? I don't
Aiden
know.
Ross,
No,
yeah.
Aiden Ross is
That prick, yeah, he was like, no, come here, and he moved the person filming and was
So
like,
that they didn't get his absolute reaction.
So then he did his piece to camera about how great DDG is and how this is a false
And he also-
narrative, and
he also
then
said-
they moved the camera
that's
back
a
after
terrible
that.
person.
Terrible
Like,
person.
He's you know, I'm not gonna say his full name because I don't want to get this thing flagged, but you know the Tate guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
He's like basically on that level of like they came up on around the same time doing the same stuff. And Aiden Ross even got banned from Twitch because he was so extreme in his views. So
wow.
for the whole
And this is who DGG is.
And was it Aiden? Was it Aiden who got done for speaking about Doechii and Megan Thee Stallion? Who's
probably
someone, one of them.
The stuff that he does, but he says like the most like incel, like horrible.
Right.
He's making these like the boys that follow him all weirdos.
Look at that. See? That's who you're rolling with.
Him that
so embarrassing. Like DDG is such an embarrassment.
He is.
And then like if academics and Aiden Ross are your boys,
champions,
bro. Bye.
Like.
Please, ladies.
It is
please.
Honestly,
you know, guys, to have a child, you can date, but have a child with. He's gonna be around forever
in your life. I wonder what was going through Haley's mind. We've all had a bit of a wrong un.
I think
we've all had a couple
he's a good looking guy.
He's a good looking guy. I don't think he's all that personally. He's probably going to say
he's not a wife you have a kid with.
He's cute, but he's.
I mean, they dated. She was not. She's pretty young, right?
Yeah.
And they dated for 3 years before she got pregnant. So.
That's what I'm saying. And he was a different guy.
Fucking shit happens. We ain't famous and we've dated some dicks.
That's what I'm saying. We have wrong ones.
She's young and on paper he seems like a good guy. Like I think he graduated like top of his class in high school and uni, and he's like a black guy doing it.
To be fair, his early days, everyone was like, okay, this is the guy. He wasn't in the public eye in the same way.
She's like,
and he was
20s.
Yeah.
I don't think she expected to get pregnant.
That part,
all of that. And he probably, and also there's all the thing you don't know what having children brings out of you. So if you're struggling, DDG, speak to people, figure it out. Because it's not easy being a parent, but it's not easy breaking up with someone. But that's
absolutely
exactly. Find someone better. Therapy is there.
Yeah,
you have the resources.
Because the people that are encouraging you, they're encouraging you to do nothing.
To do madness.
They've led you down the path now. I'm not blaming them, but they have given you gusto and supported you down the path now where you have a restraining order and you can't even go within 100 meters or yards or whatever the fuck it is with your baby mother.
Can I go? Yeah.
If you like.
Because talking about suspect choices, there's a clip going around at the moment with Miss Our Fabulous, our fave, sarcastically, with on Madam Joyce's show. Who we do like Madam Joyce. Yeah, we do like Madam Joyce. Yeah. And she was like talking about a lot of things, to be honest, a lot of them have gone viral. She said some things about ZZ came back to her. Like, do you know what I mean? There was a lot. But in that conversation, she also said that she was talking about her love for drug dealers.
A lot of guys that I dated was dealers. I loved them so much. Are you crazy? It was just something about, yo, babe, our man's call you back in it, man, just bagging it up still. I don't know, like, he's risking it all to make sure I got money. Like, I just love it. Like, get your bag. I don't care how you make money, just make the money as long as you don't get me involved.
My favorite thing about these, they're very, like, the ones I know, they're gentlemen. They'll be like, oh, you're right, miss. Yeah, how are you?
Yeah. Okay, I understand. Yeah,
excuse me, miss.
Yeah. What? Should I get in the cab now? Yeah. The
He got me a cab. He got me an Uber.
And this is what I mean. Like, when I was talking about on TikTok, I don't know if you lot thought I was talking about the hood ones, the broke hood ones. No, you can't be a trap star and be broke. Are you dumb? He's out here jugging. He's making his money. Just be that girl to respect him. What he's doing is wrong because he can go down for it. But that's where you come in. You're supposed to motivate him. Let him know, baby, keep doing what you're doing. Be smart, be safe, change your SIM card. Be his piece. Because when you want that Louis Vuitton bag, he's coughing up that 1,500. When you want that transfer, baby, I need my nails, my feet done, he's going to transfer it. So you got to do your end of the bargain. Don't stress him out, sis.
Go
She
back.
said- Yeah, she said that you should help him, remind him to change his SIM card, make sure, like, you know,
Not giving tips.
Yeah.
yes,
Don't be his headache.
yeah, don't be his headache, be his peace. That's what she was
If he
saying.
tells you to hold something for him, hold it.
Yeah.
And hold it down.
If he tells you to drive,
Because
drive.
her point was, like, you know what, you're going to be happy when you're getting your Louis. Do you know what I mean? So you should be helping him out. Do you think they were both serious, by the way?
Nah, it's got to be Bants, surely.
No. They were
Surely.
deadly serious. My question is, I don't know if she's an enemy or not. Not because of what they're talking about, but kind of because, like, if this is their life, they are just talking about their lived experience, right? Do you know what I mean? Or is this too much?
Listen.
Where it is influencing people
That
in a
part.
negative way.
That part.
What do you
Because
guys
it's
think?
not like she said, I've dated drug dealers, and when I was dating the drug dealer, I was more
No,
his.
she did say she
No,
said that.
listen to-
Yeah,
let,
go on.
let me
Go on,
land.
then. Go on, then. Sorry.
Let me land.
Are you-
Right?
Go on.
It's not like she just was saying that. She was giving advice
Yeah.
to the gal them of what you must do if you have a drug dealer boyfriend or if you want a drug dealer boyfriend. That is different to talking about your lived experience. It's
But, like,
different.
Have you not ever had a drug dealer boyfriend?
I cannot say on tape.
I cannot confirm or deny.
Say if you had, because me too, I cannot confirm or deny.
Exactly. And if I
But say if
had,
you
I
had.
wouldn't be in this space giving advice about what you should do.
But wouldn't
when
you
you're
like
with-
some advice?
Yeah, don't do it.
No.
That's
Listen,
fine.
no, listen, don't do it. And also,
Have y'all watched Top Boy?
Yeah.
don't do it.
I've lived it.
But if you've got people who are
Mhm.
like famous now, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, look good and all the stuff, they've got everything.
Mhm.
You're not going to really take advice from them if they're like, basically, they're not giving you the advice that they should be giving you. You're going to look at them and think, well, they're all right, innit? If they can too, maybe I should too date a drug dealer.
I mean, it
Rather than,
happens.
you know,
It
yeah, but you know,
glamorizes it.
do you know what else happens?
Okay.
It's glamorizing it.
Yeah.
I thought it was
That part, I couldn't find the
shit
word.
of a thing for her to
Mm.
say, because it weren't like they were great relationships that she was having. And when she's in her I'm being honest bag, she is being treated very foul by quite a few different men.
Yeah.
And a couple of them were drug dealers. So how she was coming off, I was like, you know, me and her have our relationship. It's one way because she doesn't know who I am. But
No, she does.
She does. And look, you're wearing denim again for her.
I know.
Do you know what I was saying? When this clips, she's gonna say that we're old. She's gonna tell me
Fucking
to
funny.
fix my teeth again. Like, do you know what I
She's
mean?
gonna say we got
You might
fucking
not
fun.
get caught, but like,
She will.
yeah.
At least now there are 5 of us in the room.
Yeah, exactly.
I catch the
I was disappointed in her.
I'm gonna make a response.
Yeah.
I was disappointed. I was like, this is stupid. What you're saying is really stupid.
Really?
And as a mother now,
Mhm.
I expect her, like the last time I spoke about her, I want her to elevate her branding. It was like, bro, you're not a 19-year-old talking about, oh my God, when I saw a drug dealer. Like, you're literally knocking on 30's door. Like, let's knock it off. It's never a good thing. Like, it's not glamorous in any way. You weren't dealing with Al Capone. Like, you was literally dealing with Tyrone selling bags of weed. Like,
But she did.
be serious.
She did
Did
talk
say
about
that.
that. About like, if you are a drug dealer, that you cannot be a broke one.
They gotta be a high
You
roller.
have to. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Like,
Ugh.
honestly, this is where capitalism has brought us because they weren't. The whole thing is it's a guy with money. That's it. Like, he's not gonna treat you good because he's a drug dealer. If anything, he's probably gonna treat you like more like shit because he's a drug dealer.
Well, actually, Madam Joyce was saying that her drug dealers friends that she
I
knows,
cannot believe it.
they treat her like a gentleman.
They're gentlemanly.
Yeah, they're gentlemanlike. Which I mean, I can confirm or deny, but I believe that might be some of the cases.
Drug dealers come in all shapes and sizes and behaviors, and that's fact. They're human beings that do what they need to do. What I didn't, and she could be telling her truth, and I think fair if you want to tell your truth, but they weren't telling their truth in that way. They were,
That's the truth.
I see the thing.
I mean, no, but seriously,
but I think,
No,
but
absolutely not.
but But as an auntie,
Have you never seen
a sexy drug dealer?
Yeah.
And to be fair, do you know what?
Don't you think drug dealers are
No.
very
No.
They got
I
the
don't find-
sauce.
I'm telling you.
They do got the sauce. Wait, give the auntie opinion.
Come on.
Okay, sorry.
No.
All right, this is the thing, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the drug dealers are gonna be like, okay, I feel like I'm age mates with the people that made the thing, yeah.
Mhm.
And the drug dealers, even when I think about the people I go to school with or the people that I just know, like they have a bit of sauce because, like, I don't know, I might. They're cool. Like,
All
they're
right,
kind of
okay.
people
So-
that get
Wait. In all seriousness, you can look at someone that is a criminal and they can have a bit of an edge to them or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But in reality, if you roll with a drug dealer, you are putting yourself at risk, right?
I know,
Because
yeah.
that drug dealer, at one stage or another, and I may or may not be speaking from experience, is going to ask you to hold something, is going to ask you to go somewhere, is going to ask you to do something. And those things can get you jail time.
Yeah.
I know gal that have gone to jail, right?
Yeah.
Jail.
True.
Not play jail,
Like real
not home
jail.
jail,
Yeah.
like jail. And they have done time because
Yeah.
they had a drug dealer.
You just got the auntie lash.
So,
No, it's true.
I mean,
Y'all didn't let me finish because the trend was is to date the scammers because the scammers got the money. Imagine you have 100,000 and you give it to like the person in your computer science class and they're all nerdy. They're not gonna drip down and come through looking all saucy. But the drug dealer Tyrone is gonna come through looking mad saucy, and he's probably been more successful than Jimmy.
can I tell you what happens with drug? Wait, no. I have to go. No, I have to go back to that.
Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna wrap it up.
Because I've got a counter.
My whole basketball teams started doing the drug skimming thing, and they all got thrown in jail. So I know not to do that. Okay, go on.
Thank you. I'm glad. I appreciate how you ended that. I do. I appreciate how you ended that. Because the thing about drug dealers,
It was all cute though.
I feel like they have money
as well.
Yeah, they're all PTs now.
They are all personal trainers.
They're all PTs now.
Look,
But in all honesty, in order for a drug dealer to be successful, right, to stay successful, some shit has to go down.
They got to do some.
They got to do some
stuff.
shit.
do.
Like,
And
and,
they gotta
and they're
snake
always
people.
at risk of not only going to jail, they're not only at risk of going to jail, they're at risk of being killed. Real talk.
Yeah.
You know?
And getting me killed, because what if they're at my
That's
place?
why I said
And then they know who you are.
you're going to have to do something. You're going to have to hold something. You're going to have to go somewhere.
What if you just
Yeah.
gave advice and you didn't do the thing?
What?
That's what Miss R Fabulous is saying. Like, give advice. You don't have to hold anything.
You know that's accessory.
Is that
You know that,
accessory?
innit?
Okay, cool.
What I want, what I want Miss Fabulous to give. And she has a lot of young girls following her.
Yeah.
Why don't you say, listen, you don't want to go for that exciting shit. Like, you think it's exciting, it's detrimental. Go for a normal guy. Like, just, there's more of them. Go for that. Why is it not that people that are influencers are being like, let's go for the accessible
Yeah.
guy.
To
The
be
one that's there,
fair,
let's go for the nerd.
I do have to say, to be fair, with her in particular, she always says repeatedly, quite loud and usually with swear words, that she is not a role model.
Yeah, she does
She
always
does say that all the time.
She does.
So she's not
absolutely.
encouraging anybody to do
But
what she's done.
See, this is
She's
the thing.
just
It's very
talking
easy
about
to
her
say it,
life.
but you are, because there are people that are following you and they like your level of success, even though it's crazy. And as Zizi stated, in the 7 years since she's had that interview with her, where has your life gone? Where is the progression compared to Zizi's life? It's like, I think there are lots of people that watch her and they do think, I can be internet famous like our Fabulous. And I would just like her to understand that she does have influence, and perpetuating the same thing like a drug dealer is cool and sexy and it's all exciting. It's not the one. I want her to do better than this. I was like, this is crass. This is, I know she is better than this. She is.
it's not.
Come for me if you want.
It's not sustainable as
Yo,
well.
whatever
It's
drug
not-
dealer you were with must have been real good. Because you are just
It's not sustainable.
giggling.
I
It's-
definitely
I'm just
sparked
telling
in your
you.
chair.
I've
I
known.
can't lie. I've lived a life.
I have known a large scale of scale. Get it? I've known.
Sorry.
It's been on a scale. The people that I know.
Tyrone.
But what I will say is this: out of the many men I've known, right?
That's what happened.
That's part of it. But seriously, a lot of these guys, they're either working normal jobs now or have been banged up for a very long time, have come out and they're not being able to function because they're not used to a 9 to 5. They want fast money. The other thing is you can get bumped all the time because people are always trying to make no one always wants to pay for things. Yeah. All it takes is for some next man to say he wants coming to get your things. The next minute you're getting bumped, and then you're at square one, and you got this person chasing you. So it's just not. You bounce weirdo.
I'm round.
You bounce weird, and then it's a vicious circle. And then in this day and age as well, what I will say in this day and age, what people do, the consequences are not the same as they were when we were younger.
That's very true.
It's not the same.
Yeah, it's slightly different. I had a cousin who used to rob the drug dealers.
Get out.
He was very
That's
good
a real bad man.
People were terrified.
Joking.
The way I ran with this guy's name, like literally anything. My cousin's steam, like literally, it would spit out.
Yeah,
he survived, and I always thought, I don't know, I don't think he's going to get to 25, but he was so bad. I don't know what his life was truly like. As a little cousin, it's like I'm only seeing him as great, but when I see him, he will give me 20 quid. But I'm sure he was heinous. Like, he would have to be. You rub the drug dealers. You have to be the worst type of a guy. And most of the drug dealers, exactly. A lot of them that was on our estate in Kilburn, they're dead. They didn't even make it. And the ones that did make it are bums now. Living off of...
Or... if they're not bums, they're suffering from PTSD and other shit, yeah? My cousin...
one successful person.
My cousin did stuff when he was younger and he is lucky to be alive. To this day, he's like in his 50s and he's walking around with bullets in him. He wouldn't even mind me chatting about it because of shit that's gone down because of stuff that he did. And he was groomed. And then he was living the life and it was all good for a little bit of time. But it's a real fucking wild, wild west out there. It's no joke thing. And how many women have been with men and they've been caught in a crossfire? Now that's either caught in a crossfire in the sense of you're killed or you're injured, or it's caught in a crossfire or you're in jail because you were an accessory.
All the other stuff, the sexual stuff that goes on.
All of that.
Yeah,
it's not
an aspiration.
Okay, drug dealer light. That's all I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like drug dealer.
Not that little bit of weed.
No,
little bit of weed.
No, I don't want that. Seriously.
Man shots weed now again.
No, it was wild. That interview was wild. But I just want to big up Zizi because I think her rant was fantastic.
Oh, did she respond to that?
Yeah,
yes,
she did. She very much did.
Really did.
All right, so I'm going to butcher what this is called, yeah. But my enemy of progress are the weirdo incel men of today, especially the Gen Z and young millennial ones. And there's this thing called Butsua. Wait, hold up. Let me say it in my head.
I have not heard it.
Butsukari Otako.
Yes.
And it's the act of men deliberately like shoulder shoving a person mad hard when they're like in a crowded space and their main targets are women. And it used to be like a big thing it's a trend in Japan and now it's made its way to London. So a lot of London girlies are talking about how like these men are like pushing them real hard. One fell into a river.
It was
what the hell?
That was an old man that fell into the river, but she was by the same canal where it happened to her.
And they found like a dead person in the river,
a
dead girl in the river, but like they're not sure if it's from that because like the girl is dead. But like people are reporting a lot of like it's a trend now.
Yeah.
The young boys are just And I wish a motherfucker would. That's all I gotta say.
Honestly. So basically, she was just walking by the canal, like sunny day, whatever, with her friend, and she could see this guy coming towards her. So she tried to move out the way. He literally, and she thought, oh, he's made a mistake, like he's hit me by accident, but he just kept on going. And then she went to a cafe, where she was supposed to go with her friend anyway, and the table across from her overheard what she was saying, and she was like, oh my God, that literally just happened to an older man earlier today, where a guy just knocked into him and knocked him into the canal, and people had to help get him out.
What?
So it was awful, but the women they were so nice that they paid for their food and stuff. Like,
oh
like
my God.
do you know what I mean? Like, they didn't expect it, but like, yeah, it's awful. And like, apparently this has been happening a bit on the tube as well. Like, I don't know what's happening with the men, but they need to calm down.
The podcast bros, they're creating the trends. They're acting crazy. It's like, even when I hear about life on the streets, like when I hear about the dating life, oh, thank God I'm with somebody who's just so lit. I hear my friends talk about like what they experience dating. It's like these stories are way worse than what I've heard from like even like 3 years ago. I don't know what's been going on, but
people are going insane. Yeah. That's scary.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm. But like in Japan, they were like targeting like the more vulnerable you are, the higher the point almost. So like
hit you to
so
you
they'll
in.
go after like pregnant women.
What?
Like
What?
it's actually disgusting. It's crazy.
And it's the higher the points, please.
Yeah.
They would never shove young MA.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, what do you mean higher the points? You're just too scared to get knocked out.
Yeah.
Please, are you? They would never do that in South London.
Yeah.
Well, in parts.
They might try, but they'll get hit back.
They'll probably, like, and if they do it in South London, they're going to do it to one of the gentrifier girls.
They do it in South, they do it in Clapham, darling.
There we go. They would not do that. Huh.
Wow.
No, that is really
that's crazy. What is wrong with people?
I don't know.
They're going insane.
They're listening to DJ Academics.
Yeah.
And Aiden
has all of that
Ross.
stuff.
Yeah.
All of that.
They're going to do that to the wrong person. They're going to find out. Fuck around and find out.
I just want to be the person. I just want to stand in the Oxford
don't bring it on
Circus
yourself.
and wait for somebody.
Because you just don't even bring it on yourself.
Oh my
Okay, university.
No, I just want to see.
If I got to teach someone a lesson.
I want to see something.
You know, sometimes you just want an excuse. Like,
I get it.
Like, do you know what I mean?
I've been doing arm day.
Bring it.
Shot. You see that?
Proper muscles.
Big muscles.
All right, guys. Apparently, America is open to Africans at the moment. They're allowing.
You're saying it wrong. You're saying it wrong.
Allowing. Let me finish. They are allowing African immigrants to get asylum. They're saying that there is a genocide taking place in Africa.
Okay.
Not in Sudan.
No?
Not in Sudan.
Congo.
Not in the Congo.
In South Africa.
Oh.
Specifically, there is a genocide, and Mr. Trump and his orange face said with his big chest, there's a genocide happening in South Africa against white South Africans.
But it's a genocide that's taking place that you people don't want to write about, but it's a terrible thing that's taking place, and farmers are being killed. They happen to be white, but whether they're white or black makes no difference to me, but white farmers are being brutally killed, and their land is being confiscated in South Africa, and the newspapers and the media, television media doesn't even talk about it. If it were the other way around, they'd talk about it. That would be the only story they'd talk about. And I don't care who they are. I don't care about their race, their color. I don't care about their height, their weight. I don't care about anything. I just know that what's happening is terrible. I have people that live in South Africa. They say it's a terrible situation taking place. So we've essentially extended citizenship to those people to escape from that violence and come here. Yeah.
There's a genocide. They're killing them. And it would be remiss of America to not open its doors and let them in. So he did. So that asylum order that he had where people couldn't go to America anymore, like the Afghanistanis are being sent off and they can't come to America anymore, all of that, he's like, I'm going to open up the doors for white South Africans because they need me. 49 of them landed.
Really? Already?
Already.
Wow.
Speedy asylum is what he offered them. I think this is on the list of the shit that America is doing. This has to be the most reality bending I think he has tried to do, because he never uses the word genocide, and we can't use the word genocide in regards to Palestine. He can say that there is a genocide happening in South Africa at this moment in time, and nothing is wrong with him saying it.
Because what do white people do?
Let's discuss. What has been happening to the white people that they deserve asylum? What has been happening?
I want to know where are they going to? Where did they land?
Are they
in Florida?
I can't remember where they are, but they are going to be dispersed.
Oh, is it?
And they were actually met by a governor.
Yeah, they were.
Welcomed them.
Really?
And was like, you guys are going to flourish in America. Welcome. This is your home now. And there's going to be more of them. They sent the plane to South Africa to get them. White South Africans.
You know what? To be fair,
God, being American is so embarrassing.
Sorry.
It
I know,
Apologies. Thoughts and prayers.
Pledge of allegiance.
It's all right. You're seeking asylum here.
Innit? Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
What was I about to say?
I just think it's obviously it's crazy, but to be fair, like let them go in it. Like come out of South Africa.
Get the fuck out.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like come out of there and like let them reset what they need to reset. Like if that's what you need to believe in order to go, then cool. Like, do you know what I mean? Just go. It's the ones that are refusing to go. That's the thing. Like go along, man. Get out. Like seriously, they need to leave immediately. But I don't know. There's not enough of them. Well, actually, it doesn't take much. But they're just going to feed into this rhetoric, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? They're going to be the persecuted white people that, have gone to the promised land to make their fortune.
Why do white people want to be persecuted so much?
I don't know. It's actually...
They got FOMO.
It's part of the disease, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's part of the disease.
It really is.
Do you know what I mean?
It absolutely
is. It's a side effect, I think.
So it come like he's operating a 100 out, 1 in process, isn't it? At the moment. Because what the actual fuck? He has said that he's called it a genocide. He said they're being killed. There's no evidence of any of that, by the way. He said that their lands have been their land are being taken from them.
It's not theirs.
Right? Illegally.
Yeah.
He's saying that it is an illegal occupation. Funny that, isn't it? That it's an illegal occupation and their lands are being taken from them. And it's a genocide. I think he's confusing South Africa with Palestine because that's where that shit's going on. Not in South Africa. What's happening to those people who had these lands as part of the end of apartheid? It was said that they would give back the land to the people who actually owned it before all of that shit happened. And that's what they've been slowly doing. Even with them doing so, the white South Africans who are the minority in South Africa hold at least 70% of the land, and in 70 fucking percent, of the land.
They are 7%,
and they're thank you for that, and they're 7%, but they're going through the genocide and they're having issues. And you know what? Fuck off to America. Because if you lot think it's good there as well, you lot do it, innit?
Go for it.
What he's doing is what it seems to me like you lot's numbers are dwindling, innit? You lot's, there's a deficit in the numbers of people. There's a shortage in the numbers of white babies and white folk that are being born. So you have to call everybody from around the world, innit?
All the whites from all the land.
All the whites from all the land. Can you come here and repopulate the thing?
Basically.
When you see refugees, right? When you see people fleeing genocide, do you know what that looks like? When you see people in Sudan and you see people in Congo and you see people in Palestine, and you see people in Lebanon fleeing, their homes, being displaced. They don't have fucking branded suitcases, bro.
No, they don't.
They don't have that shit.
No.
They don't have suitcases.
They don't have suitcases. They don't have any of those things. They're not standing there clean and happy and just like when they're fresh clothes. They're not doing that. These people have been displaced. They are carrying what little they can on their fucking backs. That's what it looks like to be displaced, to go through genocide. How dare he use that word? But it's what they do. I'm not even surprised.
Yeah.
Because it's what they do. They flip the script. You know, they do that Jedi mind trick. That's not a genocide. Yes, it is. Okay, then maybe it is.
I have not seen a phenomenal reality switch like this in my lifetime. Like where you can just out and out lie in front of the press and be like, there is a genocide happening, guys, and you guys are not talking about it with a straight face, and nobody said, what are you talking about? Like no one in the press was like, please, let's not do this. They carried on.
Oh yeah.
Like they were just reporting it like this is normal. Like literally white people and black people and coloured people die in South Africa every day, like everybody else does. There's crime. But there isn't a genocide.
Absolutely.
And to say that with full chest as the president of the US, I was like, no, come on. Where are we? What timeline are we on? This is crazy. What's going on?
But the other thing you have to remember is it's all strategic, because South Africa, nearly spat my teeth out. South Africa are the ones that brought the case of genocide against Israel, right? They're the ones that opened it up. There's been other countries that have joined them in this case, but they're the ones that have done it. Yeah. So isn't it, why are we going to take them seriously? There's a genocide going on in their country. Why are you listening to them? I've had to take these refugees.
Imagine. Asylum seekers, he's calling them. You know what, you're right, please. I mean, for the Americans though, as a black American, I wouldn't want white South Africans storming my state.
Listen.
Because they are like the latest colonizers.
Well, not these ones, because they believe they're refugees. do you know what I mean? Like, not all white South Africans, but those ones, nah.
Apparently, we don't know what criteria was set for them to be selected. So we don't actually even know. We don't even know if they're landowners still, if
he was
they
like,
were
they're farmers,
yeah,
they're refugees. What?
So it's like, okay, that's a white state. Would you work in the land or do you own the land?
Right.
Did you have factories where you producing farming equipment? Like all of these things need to be, because if they're rich ones, bro, they like taking land.
That is what they love to do. So just be careful.
Yeah, but they're
colonizers gonna colonize.
I mean, yeah,
you don't need more of them coming in. Now you're flipping importing them.
Now you're fucked.
What the hell?
Oh, freeze that.
Yo, I wonder if this had to do. I wonder if Elon Musk had something to do with.
Yeah,
that.
of course he did.
Yes.
Of course, because he was tweeting some stuff. Right?
Yeah. He's just literally been enforcing that. He's been doing it from when he became part of the Doge leader. He's been talking about the mishappenings in his homeland, and that's been a long plan. I didn't know it was going to happen like that in such real time. The president of South Africa is like, okay,
take
all the lies.
Mm.
It's lies. It's not happening. Whatever. He's acting like, I don't give a damn. Do what you're doing. Because let's focus on rebuilding South Africa and all that stuff. So hopefully, go and
meanwhile, they've taken Palestinians who have been bombed and allowed them to finish their education and to be productive members of the fucking society. Yeah, that's what's going on in South Africa.
There you go.
Well, I guess, for real. If the Afrikaners want to leave,
then replace them with other people. Also, no, just give the land back to rightful owners.
If they go, they can just
clear the way.
They're taking it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. What's the name of that place that that guy's carved out? I can't remember what it's called. We did a piece on it on News and Aunties, and he's carved out a whole area. And when you're talking to him, something.
Oriana?
Something.
Yeah. And he's talking so light. And when he's being questioned by what's something baby, the Ghanaian guy, Ghana baby. When he's being questioned, like, do you not hear what you're saying? He's like, no, this is our land. It's like
it's not
the settlers.
Racist. We just want
it's like
to
the people
here.
that mindset that this is just our land. We're supposed to be here, and there's no one can. When you're presenting them with facts of the history of apartheid, they're delusional, and it's like they're cult leaders that just spit this rhetoric. And they just want to brainwash the people, and it's like what Trump does. The more you say it, the more it becomes fact. The more you say it, the more it becomes fact.
That's what.
And then
they
there's
do.
been a lot of not a lot. I said I've seen two South African kind of people speaking to camera. There was a young boy saying, South Africans, best believe we're racist. Even I'm racist. We've grown up under a racist regime. Do not think this is a flex. I'm paraphrasing. Do not think this is a flex. This is racism. You are racist. We are racist. Apartheid is racist. We're benefiting from a racist regime. do not get gassed by this. And I've seen 2 South Africans speaking out so far. So hopefully there's more like, this is ridiculous. And I've seen quite a few white people and like Americans saying, Americans, you don't want this. You don't want this in your country right now.
Yeah, I've seen some Americans saying that, why are we taking them? Especially given the fact of what's happening in America at the moment, where ICE are just clapping people, legal or not.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, there's people who have got green cards and had their green cards and are citizens and like, you know, good citizens of the world doing what they're supposed to be doing, and they're just getting clapped.
Some of them are Trump supporters, and there's a couple of pages that every single time they report it, the last slide is the Latino song, I will vote for Donald.
That too.
And
I mean, there
makes
is
me
parts
giggle
where you
every
reap what
time.
you sow, innit?
Do you know
There's
what I mean?
part of that,
Fuck around,
but for the
find out.
innocent ones that haven't done that shit,
Exactly.
people are getting clapped.
What's it like on the ground from like your family and friends in the US?
Yo, wait, like with
Back home.
it's crazy. Like I have a few friends where I'm just like actually hoping that they're all right because ICE might get them. And
Oh, wow.
there's just so many people that old coworkers from way back when that like were, especially like the Dominican ones and the Cuban ones that really liked Trump, and I'm like, I wonder how you feeling right now.
Yeah.
It's like it's weird. It's a weird place. And then even the black some black men, I don't know a black woman that likes Trump, but some of the black men, the ones that usually like, it's always the ones that are like, I don't like women, those types, or like the ones that only date white women but make it their whole personality. They'd like Trump, or they'll be like, but it's I think in their heads is this thing about power. And I'm just like, well, all this going on, I wonder how you feeling right now.
How are you feeling right now when a lot of you, even like the white rednecks in America, you voted for him because partly you like this immigration policy. You know, you've been there chanting about immigration. Even some of the Latinos and the who've, you know, have been interviewed and said, yeah, I want that to happen until it happened to you. But now you see it's a lie because he's getting rid of people and bringing in other people. If you don't want to have immigrants in your country, why are you importing them? And then you're saying they just happen to be white.
And they can't pay.
That's what he said.
He said it's not about race.
He said it's not about race.
He said white about multiple times.
Yeah, it's not about race. They just happen to be white. Yo, as you're sending all these weapons to kill everybody in Palestine.
Right?
And there's no evidence. Also, the biggest thing is that, as you're saying, there's no evidence of this genocide.
There's none. People have not been killed.
There's land grabs and stuff that have happened, but it's not, there's no genocide.
None of that matters anymore.
Just say stuff.
Yeah. You can literally just make your own reality.
Like, just be like, yeah, this is taking place. And they have a side.
They are taking back, they've taken back land that was stolen during colonization. Okay?
You know,
how come you don't?
But they're not even doing that in South Africa. They've only passed the legislation that they could.
There you go.
But
then.
nobody's land has actually been seized.
There you go. Then
There's
what the
abandoned land, and the government is like, okay, so this is ours now. It's been abandoned. There's no family ties to it. Either they've died out or left. This is ours now. Nobody who has farmland has had their land seized in South Africa yet.
There you go then.
Now,
but they
it
should
happen, and they absolutely should. And
they should.
Well, but how can you go and colonize a place and be like, it's mine?
That guy that you're talking about in that documentary, he was saying with chest, we're South Africans, but we are South Africans. And then, where's your family from? Oh yeah, but we are South Africans. This is our land. Where am I going to go? That's what he was saying. Where am I going to go?
To America.
Basically.
Do you know what I mean? Yes. That's it.
And also
it's just so wild to me as well. It's just so wild to me because everything is just in plain sight. You are rebuking and you're saying that the South Africans are wrong for doing something or suggesting that they may do something. They haven't even done it yet. But then in Israel, you are lording it up and making them come to your flipping White House, and you're saying, oh yeah, let's build a Riviera. You're talking about stealing people's land who live there. But that's okay.
Who are actually facing
a real genocide.
Yeah.
In every way that you can describe a genocide, they are experiencing it.
But no sanctions against America. Not that you got family there. But, I mean, for somebody to just openly say that there is a genocide taking place in a country when it isn't, and when there is a genocide taking place in a country and we are not allowed to talk about it. We'll be called anti-Semitic and all names under the sun. But he can say that to the press, and no world leaders are like, okay, we have to do sanctions against America.
I just
wild.
don't think that they're taking... Sorry. America,
Please, you
seriously.
Can say all this. America, that's just in the bin. America's in the bin.
Yeah.
It's just always in the bin.
I just
But
feel
I mean,
like
out the bin, kind of, y'all.
I feel like we need.
I've never been in the bin.
No.
You're not in the bin.
Because they'll come for us.
Oh yeah, we tried.
I
tried.
It's not even that. I don't even think that America's in the bin because there's some great people in there. But what it is, I feel like you lot need an exit plan.
The rule.
And as much as you think that you don't, black people, you lot need an exit plan.
Yeah.
As much as you feel that you don't because you've built that country up, and yes, you fucking have, and you know, but you need an exit plan. Because even us here in Britain, trust me, I am thinking about my exit plan. It's like every day now when I hear Keir Starmer chat his shit, I'm like, what's my exit plan? Gotta go. Can't be here, you know.
Colonizers colonized like everywhere. Damn where. It's like, where do I even go?
I mean,
I
you
came
gotta
to the
keep
UK
running.
and the UK is starting to look like America right now.
It is.
No,
isn't it?
Yeah,
it is. You've got Keir Starmer standing up chatting some shit.
Honestly, but we got to keep running. We got to do what our parents done. We
You
can't
saw
get
what
too
happened in
comfortable.
Jamaica?
What happened in
They
Jamaica?
just taking all the beaches.
Oh, the beach.
Yeah. They've been doing that.
Yeah.
They've been doing that.
Yeah.
It's actually, I feel like some big thing is gonna happen, and maybe that's when black people get to.
Usually, when the world erupts, is around race, so it's going to be a race war.
Yeah,
that's what they've been stoking
I
up
wonder
and
if this is
gearing up
gonna
to.
happen during my lifetime.
I mean, it could do.
They
they say that something big is going to take place around 2040. So
how many years is that?
That's too far away.
About 15 years.
Or 15.
Oh, okay.
But
Too
it's
far
like
away.
you should kind of leave
Why does
the
that
West.
sound mad far?
It's too far away.
It doesn't.
It's like that's over a
To
decade.
me, 15 years
It's
is
in a minute.
around the
It's
corner.
Yeah.
It's too far away.
It comes to,
Not
but
too
it's
far.
like there's a big thing.
It needs to happen
It's in
sooner.
it's in the cycle.
The almanac.
The 100 years of something taking place.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
Obviously,
okay.
the last one was World War II. So
Right.
it's like something is probably going to happen in 2040.
Mhm.
And the way the world is going, it probably is going to take place. There probably is going to be something
In the West.
that happens in the West. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah,
Exit plan.
that's a clue. Let's get out of here. Let's
I
get,
think-
let's get the hell out of
And
here.
I
man.
don't even know if we can like squarely be like, we're going to Africa. I don't know.
Just don't tell anybody where you're going.
Yeah, I think we all need to do a silent
We're all going to
plan.
go to Australia.
Wait.
Do you know what I mean? We need to do a silent
I
plan.
just love
Yeah, 'cause we
spiders.
can't talk about it.
It's spiders.
Or someone's got to go, and it's like, okay, but you don't say it. And
Yeah.
What's that thing that happens
and
to
we
us in
all-
December or November? Our ascension.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
on December the 21st when we all get our superpowers
Mhm.
every year.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That is the day that we will open our
Yeah.
chakras and say, "Harr," and we go.
Somehow the web happens, and all of us get the place that we're all going to descend to.
It's going to happen. Focus.
Nah, because it's harder than ever to make big changes. Because I was even having this thought, like, my favorite leaders, I guess, in history. Like, say if I thought of, like, I don't know, Fred Hampton from
Mhm,
Black Panthers, whatever. If he was here today, would he be able to, like, I wonder how much he could get done. Like, I wonder, because it's so hard. We're
Nada.
so heavily surveilled.
But then you
It's
see
like you've got
people like
Ibrahim.
fighting. He'll be fighting DJ Academics.
Yeah, like
be
on
fighting
a
people
live
like
stream.
Ish. Talking about the world is
Yo.
flat.
He's
But
mental.
there are people that try. Like,
Is
Abraham
this.
Traore is trying to do a thing, but everyone's like protect him at all costs. So
I mean,
Yeah.
I wonder in the West, who the only person that's coming to
Don't say
Go
Dr.
on.
Umar.
it is
No.
Oh, Nana. No, Nana.
Right,
No.
give me another
No.
black leader
Oh.
at this moment
He's
in
not
time.
a leader.
I don't think.
Give
I don't
me
not
think
a
a
he's
black
leader.
leader
He
that
can't even
get-
leave himself to his children.
that can get 100,000 people in a space to listen to them talk.
Obama.
I mean, there's
you know.
other people.
There's other people.
There's other people, but I don't particularly want them as a leader.
I can't think of anybody that is like.
Even Pastor Toby could do.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like, doesn't mean he's a good
There's lots
person.
of black men that could.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about righteously. Listen to me.
Righteously.
I'm talking about righteously.
He doesn't
like a Fred Hampton.
Yeah.
Who is there in the zeitgeist
point. I can't think of anyone
can get 100,000 people to a rally?
saying Dr. Umar
to listen.
can.
No, I'm saying
Kai
he's
Cenat.
the only person that I can. He's not righteous.
Dr. Umar.
Neither's Dr. Umar.
Exactly.
Dr. Umar's not righteous.
Righteous is
He's
Dr.
the
Umar.
most locally black.
I'm
He's not
I'm
righteous.
trying to get the black people here. Who else is there? Maybe Shaka Bars could get
Shaka
Shaka
Bars
Bars could do it.
Shaka Bars could
Yeah.
do it. He was on the tip of my tongue. Shaka Bars.
Yeah.
He could probably get 100,000 people in.
Yeah, he could. And at least...
I don't know if you get.
I don't even know if he
I think
could.
Umar could
I
get
don't
more than
know,
him. To be fair.
Yeah.
Charlemagne could,
No, man.
But what is Charlemagne?
I don't
Boo.
know.
but
Mental
there's
health
the mental
and
health
donkey
side of
of the day.
things.
That's why Kelechi should lead
if
us.
Charlemagne had an audience,
You know what?
Kelechi
I
should
said
lead
this,
us, man.
Years
Sorry.
ago.
Charlemagne would be.
I said
Sorry?
this years ago.
She should lead us, man.
bunch of
Telling
men.
you.
If like say Charlemagne
Why are we
had
talking
a,
about
a
men?
thing, I don't think like people who are trying to change the world will come to Charlemagne's thing.
I hear it. But I'm just saying.
Fuck men, yeah? Like, why are we talking about men? Like, let's remove... Why has it got to be a male saviour?
We'll come
True.
That's why I said
What-
Kelechi.
No,
You said
true.
I said Kelechi should lead us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You said Kelechi,
yeah, 100%. Yeah.
You got to start
Yeah.
somewhere, innit?
Yeah.
Kelechi's
That's the
one.
thing. You got to start somewhere.
I would
Yeah.
definitely be on that.
I would be there.
100. Because I was thinking, like, what are things that I could make a
Who's the
Oh,
girl
no.
that drinks the tea and does news reports? She's
Oh,
good.
her. Yeah, she's
She
good.
drinks
Oh,
the tea.
Lynn.
Oh,
She's
I
good.
love
Lynn.
her. Yeah, Lene.
Yeah.
Or something.
Is it Lene?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that's my
Yo, I
No.
love her.
I do
content.
Yeah.
like
She just got
her
to deal with
little
Revolt, actually.
And
Oh, is it?
Consciously,
Oh,
yeah.
wicked.
Consciously.
I don't know consciously.
He's a guy with locks, and he's
Oh, yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
I like
But
him.
he gets gunned though.
He does, but I still like him.
he gets gunned.
Yeah, because is it that his
Not
partner
guns.
is?
Gunned, cussed.
I think she may be Mexican.
No, I'm talking. It's a guy named Consciously.
Yeah, his partner. I
Oh.
think she's Mexican or she kind of looks a little bit white. But I'm always seeing in his comments,
Oh.
people are like, "Yeah, that's good and all, but where's your queen?" Like it's just
Oh,
doesn't have
Oh.
outwardly.
The same as
aesthetic.
Dr. Umar. Where's your queen?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that's why I
It's a
said
sad
women.
state of affairs.
Let's
No,
talk
but
about
it doesn't
women.
matter. But
Yeah,
the point
women.
even thinking
Yeah.
like even with Shaka Bars, yeah, because he's mixed, right? Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like people will just come at if you're not like if
The
you're-
archetypal
you have to be
leader.
a black person, like for people to actually get behind it. Because look what they done to Kamala. Like that was such a distraction.
Yeah.
It was such
They're
a
gonna
distraction.
start talking about
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
What's this parent? What have you done?
How can you say that when your mum is...
Yeah. That's the thing.
And you've got to realise the world is still under patriarchal brainwash. So that's why a man probably would be the one, whether we like it or not, to do it more than a woman.
Yeah,
Depending. If you had like someone... Yeah.
Tyrese.
My Sheila.
Tyrese shared one of my things.
Oh,
right?
okay, so we love
and
him.
he has like a bunch of like I don't know, but he has like a lot of like his content looks very similar to like Shaka Bar's content.
Oh.
And I did not know that. I said,
I
what?
don't follow him,
What,
so I don't even
recently?
know.
I didn't know either. And then I was like, oh, I guess
I
Tyrese
do
is
not
our
trust
king.
that man.
No, I was going to say Michelle Obama is obviously like probably one of the strongest.
Yeah.
And Oprah in her day, but I don't know
Yeah.
what
No, not
people
anymore.
feel about
No,
Oprah
Michelle
now.
could do it.
Michelle
Even
could do it.
Jasmine.
Michelle could
Pickett
definitely
probably
get
do it.
100,000
and
She could do
AOC,
it.
Angela, was it?
Oh.
Yeah, AOC, yeah. And there's the other lady as well, the activist lady, but I can't
Oh,
remember her name
Tamika.
now. Tamika, yeah.
Yeah.
Mallory.
Yeah.
It's Tamika Mallory.
Tamika could do it, yeah.
Could no.
I think so. I think there's a couple women.
Sexy Red.
Now you're just trying to get.
You're going to get her angry. Don't make her mad.
If you see
Absolutely.
it,
The thing is, if they have a lobotomy, then they could actually change. the
Just to flipping a hoe house.
Ooh, Nana.
Wow.
That will be the rally cry. Flipping Pied Piper.
But yeah, I agree with you there. I don't think it's gonna be the men.
No, fuck them.
The men are too busy.
Yeah,
They're too busy
all-
debating on whether they're going to win against the gorilla. They're
We've had all of time.
The fact that they were really discussing that.
Do you know what I mean? It's like,
You heifers can't even fight each other.
Like, they can't even fight each other. Oh my
The
God.
gorilla would just look at 100 and be like,
Laugh.
do you know what? I do think the men would win though, because no, they
strategy.
would, because they would, and they would do something heinous to the gorilla. There's
Yeah.
no two ways about it. They will do something. They will sleep with the gorilla.
I knew you were going to say that.
They
I knew you were going to say that.
They will. They'll take it to that level.
you say they were sleeping.
She did.
Look what they did to each
Someone
other in
somewhere will
prison.
think that.
You think they're not going to do that
okay.
to the gorilla? They will.
They'll piss on it for sure.
They will. They
Yeah,
They
100.
will. They will. And
Some
this is what you've done.
deranged man will be like, all we got to do, yeah, guys, is hold that thing down.
Mhm.
Just give it to it. innit?
Yeah.
Some deranged man will be like
That's
that.
what
That's
they'll
how, and then,
And on that
and then it
note,
will be
guys.
submissive.
They will colonize it.
The gorilla will be.